welcome to Kinnick Stadium in Iowa City, a black and gold mosh pit where the Hawkeyes are ready to swarm. Today, we have one of those games that tests your focus. Top 25 team against an unranked opponent. Can you take care of business? As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Missouri Tigers, taking on the 8th-ranked team in the land, the Iowa Hawkeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Hawkeyes' long wait is coming to an end as they'll put a foot to it and the season will get underway. And he's going to bring it out. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. You think the fans are ready for this one? The booth's shaking underneath us, guys. Here's the handoff. Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20. One of the big storylines coming into this year was the rising temperature of the coach's seat, and the process of cooling things off starts now.
All offseason, this coach has said the right things. I'm not worried about it. I'm not focused on it. I'm just worried about our team. But, David, let's be real. He's got to win games. There is an expectation at this program to win, and if he doesn't start fast this year, that hot seat's only going to get hot.
No, and then the chirping starts, and everybody's going to be talking about his job. The pressure builds, and then what happens? Sometimes you lose the locker room, so important to get off to a good start. Try to quiet some of those haters and some of those doubters.
Looking for a man. It's Glover. He's got his man. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. He unleashed that one, some serious spin rates, some revolutions on that one.
Want to talk about velocity? How about the arm talent this kid has? I love watching him throw these curl routes. He's in rhythm, he takes his steps, and man, when he decides to pull the trigger, watch out.
Now they'll run the draw. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. SEC versus the Big Ten. They compete at everything. They try to outspend each other, and they certainly want to beat each other on the field.
So many national championships, so many Heisman Trophy winners shared between these two conferences, David. Everybody gets excited when the Big Ten takes on the SEC.
And these games matter so much. The fans get so amped up, so juiced up, to the point where we hear in the stands, what? SEC, SEC. They wouldn't say that if conference pride wasn't a real thing.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Quick strike complete. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves them with 2nd and short.
The quick passing game does several things. One, it doesn't let the pass rush get you. Those great defensive linemen, the ball's coming out so fast they can't get there. And then what else? It gets me ahead of the sticks. I don't have to worry about getting in long yardage and predictable situations.
To throw, it's Glover. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. And he makes the catch inside the 20. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
They'll leave it with him. Headed to the end zone, and he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Missouri! They strike first, and that opening drive of the season could not have gone better. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. So an 82-yard drive there, and they finished it with a beautiful 15-yard run for the score. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. Makes a move. This guy is so dangerous. The excellent vision to find a lane and get it out and set up the offense with good field position. They'll run this play from the pistol. Quarterback on the keeper. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
And that option game can be tricky, right? But nice job by the defense playing assignment football. And watch the linebacker. You could tell. Locked in on the quarterback. Chases him down. Gets to him. And not only gets to him, doesn't let him break a tackle. Gets him on the ground.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Looking down the middle. Fires into traffic. Intercepted. Bringing it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks on the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Polly.
And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys into coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
They'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15. The give to the back. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run, then you open it up for the passing game.
Rising up, sensing that its defense needs some help. Dropping back, it's Glover. Unleashes to the end zone. What a snag by the defense. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business.
Well, coming into this game, this offense knew that points were going to be at a premium. If you can't score touchdowns down here in the red zone, you at least got to come away with field goals, but you can't do that if you're throwing interceptions. That's just poor execution by the offense.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Fires to the wideout. Makes a connection. And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down. You get that turnover and you try to punch them hard immediately on the first play, and they come up with a big gain.
And when the defense is running on the field, you are thinking sudden change, sudden change. When they create a turnover, a lot of times offenses want to be aggressive. They were, and they get rewarded.
Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, they were trying to set up the option, but the quarterback had no chance. Did you see the defensive tackle penetrate? What a great first step. He shot right through the offensive line and got the TFL.
Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a third down stop. They'll try to get the first through the air. Looking to the big tight end. And the missed connection on third down.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. And boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
Yeah, and you got to put that frustration behind you. You can't turn it over. That's a cardinal sin. You know better than that, Jesse. You can't take points off the board, but you got to move on.
You do. I think he just got way too overeager down in the red zone that last drive. So just come out here, trust your reads, trust what your coaches have told you to do, and just go out and execute the offense.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the 1st down. He's picked up 48 yards for him on the ground now. What a first quarter for this guy. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
Quarterback trying to attack the middle of the field. I like the aggressive nature, but his receivers aren't 9 feet tall. No one's going to catch that. No one can climb the ladder. You got to bring it down a little bit.
And after the incompletion on 1st down, this offense looking at 2nd down. To the air, it's Glover. Gets it out fast. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
You know, the short passing game is a great go-to weapon for any offensive coordinator in the 1st quarter because it's reliable, obviously, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play you. So for coordinators, this can really open up the rest of your playbook for the rest of the game.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. They'll try to get it through the air. Dumps it off in the flats. There to make the stop, but he is a weapon out of the backfield in the short passing game, and they've got a 1st down.
Well, offensive coordinators put in countless hours every week trying to formate and use different personnel groupings and shifts and motions to give their offensive success on 3rd down. You can tell in this game, this offensive coordinator, he has put in the work this week.
Down to start the drive after the break. He wants to throw. They're bringing heat. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
This drive facing a little adversity now after that last play. It's 2nd and 20. The give to the single back. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Listen, in these situations, it's so hard to push the ball down the field because the defense is playing pass. We bring in more DBs. We're dropping deeper in our coverage, and we're making you throw the ball underneath or run the football. Nice job by the running back. Listen, he got good yards. He didn't get the first down, but now he's in a situation where third down becomes something where it's not predictable. Now it's a situation where they can go out and have success.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Scanning the field, it's Glover. Finds his big tight end. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Missouri gets to the line quickly. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And that ball is picked off. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Iowa has the ball back on offense. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
Dialing up a second down pass play. Buys a little time. He's going to run it. Still on his feet at the 45. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. He's going to pass. Finds his man. It's Kruger. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get into the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the first down.
I think it's because the tight ends is so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way, if the quarterback's patient, most of the time, that drag route's going to come in.
That looks like a real simple play by the wide receiver, but give him a ton of credit. That was an excellent route. He never telegraphed that he was breaking to the outside. Kept his eyes downfield, so when he cuts, he's able to get maximum separation from the defender, and that's why that play is successful.
The Hawkeyes will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. They're going to run it. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Iowa!
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
The AT unit on the field. Right down the middle. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. After that, latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. From the gun, the running back has it. He's got enough for a Missouri first down.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Receiver looks it in. It's complete.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Got some of the work done on first. Now let's see what they have on 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's Glover. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved when I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down. Missouri wants to go fast.
Yeah, a nice job dialing up that short yardage situation play call there, David. They needed 1 yard, and they picked up 2.
Yeah, great job up front. Great job by the back knowing where they need to go. Nice having a hole you can get through and not have to just do it all on your own as a running back.
Looked like the offense had a chance for a big play there, but the running back just could not reel that ball in.
They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive. On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hip. Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. Looking downfield, it's Glover. Fires to the middle. It's caught. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
The Tigers will have it 1st and 10. Running back searching for a hole. Knocked down at the 35 after a pickup of 3.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. Flips it out in the flat. Tackled immediately after the catch. Got to get to the line quickly for this 3rd down play. Looking to throw for it. And here's a fumble way behind the line. The defense grabs it, and they're going the other way. Look at the big fella roll. Touchdown, Hawkeyes. And the defense doing work.
And how about this defense making plays. Not only do you force the fumble, the awareness to scoop it up. Understand the difference between trying to jump on it but pick it up and make a play. They make a play. In this offense, they have not put together a lot of scoring drives, and now they give up points on the other end. They got to get it together.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. South Carolina is ahead in Columbia, but that's not exactly George Rogers out there scoring touchdowns. This game is a long way from being over. They're up by 8 over UCF. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. This thing has sort of gotten away the last couple of possessions. They've been a little too generous, David.
Yeah, like a nonprofit, man, like a charity, giving the football away too much. Got to take care of the football, Jesse. Otherwise, you got no shot to win this football game.
You're right, man. At this level of college football, it doesn't matter how talented you are. It doesn't matter who you're playing. If you're sloppy and you put the football on the ground or you throw picks, you're going to find yourself behind on the scoreboard.
Turns it on in midfield. He's had a day, 103 yards rushing, and he has busted the century mark in this season opener. Wants to throw on first down. Makes the catch. It's Coffee.
Nice job by the quarterback there throwing the hitch route against zone coverage. You can't stare at him. If you do that, then you allow the flat defender to get underneath it, and that might be a pick six. So really good job by the quarterback there, using his eyes to manipulate the defense.
Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on second down. Looking to throw, it's Glover. Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Working that left side now. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. I know there's pressure, especially in this area of the field, to get to the quarterback, but you can't give up a first and goal there. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. They've been denied on 2 of their 3 previous red zone trips, looking to pay this one off with a touchdown. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Think on 3rd and goal. Back to throw, it's Glover. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. Splits the uprights, it's good. So they put the field goal on the board and about to kick it away, and hoping that'll be the final points of this first half. And And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. And with time running out here in the first half, this offense will choose to take a knee. No tricks here. Looks as if they'll just run it out and take that lead into halftime. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
With the score, Iowa 14, Missouri 10.
Missouri will put a foot to it to start us in the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. He wants to start this drive with a pass. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Looking left. Complete downfield. And that's where they'll mark him, but a very productive play, and they'll move the chains.
When you're going to run a comeback route, you've got to sell like you're going deep, and that was a great job there by the receiver, really making that corner think he was running deep down the field. So we got the corner to turn his hips, turn his shoulders, and then the receiver was able to just pivot around and make it an easy passing catch.
They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down.
Love the decision-making by the quarterback there on the RPO play. Defense took everything away deep down the field, so just check it down, get it to your guy in the right flat, and let him go get yards.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
You got to feel good for this kid, too. He worked so hard this past offseason to put himself in position to be the starting running back, and he's got a lot of skill, guys. He's got speed, open field running ability. I think he's going to be a big part of the offense this season.
Keeps the legs moving. He was able to reach into his bag of tricks and use it to pick up a few extra yards.
And that's a really good job by the defense, reacting to what they see. They see the quarterback flip it forward on the touch pass. Now I got to go get it, right? Corral that football. He picked up some yards, yeah, but you didn't give up that big explosive play, and now you have to make him earn it now on the next down.
From the shotgun, they'll run it. Tackled, but he has a first down.
Love the push by the offensive line on that RPO play. Look how they just work the single teams and the double teams. You see linemen chipping off of their guys and climbing into the second level and getting a hat on the linebacker. That's why those types of plays are successful.
Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. He'll come out throwing on first down. Good timing on the quick out. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Nice throw, nice catch, great completion of that out route. Sometimes those quarterbacks, when they see that early, they can make that jump and get that pick six. And those are dangerous routes to throw, but it worked for him there.
And the Hawkeyes will line it up on 1st and 10. Looking for a crease. It's Kruger. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone.
And this offense has got it all working, right? It's just been tough. This defense is on its heels, can't figure it out. A bunch of plays in a row now, a bunch of success. This offense is doing what they want to do, how they want to do it. Defense is going to need to do something different to try to mix it.
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Iowa! precision blocking up front, created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. So they put together a 9-play, 75-yard drive and finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. It's always great to get points on a drive, but it would behoove them to try to get a touchdown this time around, Palmer.
They may have to get out of their comfort zone here too, David, a little bit and just start being more aggressive and take some chances, but that's what's going to have to happen for them to win this game.
Yeah, and when you're losing, obviously everything gets heightened. Everything becomes more critical. This drive is crucial because you've got to cut into this deficit and put some points on the board.
Cranking up a drive like that can really get you going. It's first down from the 44. They'll give it to the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Second down.
Inside 4 minutes to play here in the 3rd. Looking for a man. It's Glover. Fires to the wideout. Got his man. Nothing but green ahead. Run out of bounds after the long game, but they've got it now 1st and goal.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Now 2nd and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. He's looking to throw. Lets it fly. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
Number 9 with the catch in the end zone.
They're going to go ahead and go for 2 here and try to make it a field goal game. They move the tight end all over. He's looking to throw. They're trying to get... And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
And that's unfortunate for the offense. A golden opportunity to walk away with 2 extra points, but you fumble it at a critical juncture in the game. How's this one going to impact this game?
And no chance at a return. Here they'll start this drive at their own 25. Iowa has the ball back on offense. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
Nice confidence by the QB. Good throw over the middle of the field. Nice little strike down the field for a big play. Listen, you got to throw it where it's open. And he found a slot, found a little hole in the middle of the field. Nice job attacking it.
Motion from the offense. They'll throw it on 1st down. Pressure coming. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
A nice job by the defense there tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
3rd and short from the 28. Let's see if this is 4-down territory or if they just pick up the first here. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Fights his way for a couple, but stops short of the marker. It's 4th and 1.
At the 26. Offense facing 4th down.
They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the first. Wide receiver coming across in motion. On 4th down, looking for the completion. Finds his man, and they convert. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily. He unleashed a bullet on that pass and converted to 4th down.
Gotta love it. Some people get conservative. Some people don't want to mess up. 4th down, you could tell. He wanted that window, and he threw it as hard as he could. Throws a strike to the wide receiver. Gets the big 4th down conversion.
He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Trying to punch it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Hawkeye!
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
Missouri, 16.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was just a breath from taking that one all the way, and he'll run that momentum right into the 4th quarter. He'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period. Handoff to the single running back. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Unless there is a dramatic turn of events, this is not going to be a way to cool off that hot seat.
And they're going to have to be able to handle adversity and handle the outside noise moving forward, because losing this game in week 1, all the detractors, all the naysayers, that noise is going to get louder. That hot seat is getting even hotter. And I think all eyes are going to be on this program now, David, seeing how they turn the page and move on from this.
And I give you Exhibit A. Jesse Palmer just turned up the hot seat. All eyes are on them. They got to win. They got to do this. Starting off on the wrong foot. This is exactly what happens. It becomes a distraction. We're going to find out how good of a coach he is, and we're going to find out how loyal these fans are really quickly in this season.
The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. To the air, it's Glover. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection. Well, the defense didn't get caught napping there. In this situation, you know they have to stay alert for the deep ball.
Yeah, so what defense am I going to call? I'm going to keep some DBs back deep. I'm going to keep my safety a little bit deeper, understanding they're down. They're going to have to attack down the field. I'm going to stick to my passing sets, my nickels, my dimes.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Uncorks it. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover.
Well, the defense just did the quarterback a massive favor. That's the nicest thing they've done to him all game. They've already picked him off twice. That should have been number 3.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going for the big play. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
And now such a tough situation. Late in this game, you're trailing, but now it's 4th and long. Like, it's one thing if it's 4th and short. This makes it even more difficult. You got to have something dialed up you feel really great about.
Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. The completion well past the sticks. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the 1st down there.
Yeah, and you got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were, and because of that, he gives up the 1st down. Need to just be a little bit more aware as a defensive guy.
And his throw is incomplete.
Well, that was the guy the quarterback wanted to go to right from the jump, but a better job by the defense in coverage forcing the incomplete.
Couldn't connect on that last play. Now 2nd and 10 from the 42. The play action fake. Hit as he throws. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Man, the defense smells blood in the water. You can tell. They're getting to this quarterback over and over and over. They've already sacked him a couple times. They're just winning up front. They almost got another sack on that last play.
Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half.
Iowa.
A 3rd and long coming up here. Back to throw, it's Glover. He's going to fire deep. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains, they were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
The offense has got to find something here in the 4th quarter. You can tell pressing a little bit. They need that big play. They want that big play to try to make this game a better ball game. Took the shot, unsuccessful, but I wouldn't be surprised if they take some more of those.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Looking to the big tight end. Complete to the left. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
Yeah, and unfortunately in the 4th quarter, losing, you got to put the foot on the accelerator. You got to make something happen. So I get they had to be aggressive and go for it. They just can't seem to get this offense to make plays when they need it the most.
Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
He'll do it himself. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain.
You know, this zone replay is something they rep over and over and over in practice. This guy can run it and execute it in his sleep. Good decision there keeping the football.
A third down try for the offense. Catch in the middle, it's Marsh.
And you just get the feeling that this defense has to find a way to get off the field and get the football back at this juncture of the game, trailing late if they're going to win.
The Hawkeyes have it with a 1st and 10. Wide out in motion. From the gun, running back on the move. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Wide receiver shows motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. And the Hawkeyes get enough to move the chains.
I love the idea, and I love just finding ways to get your best players out in the open field. This pre-snap motion and using it to their advantage on that last play, I think that was a nice call.
The Hawkeyes are moving quickly down the field. They'll put the tight end in motion. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. They'll try the run. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, the linebacker's showing you read and react. He knew exactly where that running play was going, and he beat the football to the line of scrimmage and forced the TFL.
7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Grabbed in the middle, it's Brown. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains, it's 1st down at the 27.
And they did everything right in this 4-minute type situation, trying to bleed the clock. First you get the completion, then you get the 1st down, and you stay in bounds. You could not execute that play any better.
Finds just enough room to pick up a couple down to the 26.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
We've reached a 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. They'll be perfectly content to go right back to the ground here on 2nd and 8.
Lasso.
They feed him again. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. This 3rd down play might be the last chance for this defense to stay in the game. Gonna run it. It's Kruger. And they're able to get a 3rd down stop here. See if they go for it on 4th. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And on fourth down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. He'll line it up from the right side, a 37-yarder coming up. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. And now the lead is extended a little further. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Auburn is currently trailing, but this has been a back-and-forth affair. And if that quarterback can find a little magic a la Cam Newton, this might not be over just yet. It's still a one-score game. They're trailing by 8 to Colorado.